Hey there, campers. Okay, welcome back to the podcast again. Like I said, you can expect 4 a week from now on, so back to your normal. In this episode, edition, session, whatever. Got an annoying fly near me at the moment, so apologies for any buzzy noises. Hopefully won't pick up on the mic. I'm just doing this one quickly on my computer at the moment. I want to, for the next few podcasts, I want us to try and tap in to the joy of using digital tools. Now, I know that sounds really cheesy, and some of you might switch off at this moment, so please feel free to switch off at this moment. But the reason I bring it up is I spend quite a lot of time convincing people to use different social media tools, digital channels, and a lot of, maybe not a lot, but quite a few responses start with things like, oh, I don't use it myself, or just start with people being really skeptical or criticising users of, say, Facebook or Instagram, or labelling people who use Instagram a lot. I'm sorry, some kids outside also making a little bit of a noise. Apologies for that. So people who are like kind of look down their nose a little bit at selfie culture and stuff like that, and don't get me wrong, you're entitled to that if you want to, and if you decide that you don't want to use a platform, you're not going to hear any argument from me. But one of the obstacles that you're going to come across is that if your target audience or your community is really active on a specific platform, and that platform happens to be Facebook or Instagram, and you're really skeptical of that platform or Twitter, and your response to using it is, oh, I would never use it personally. Oh yeah, I use it for business, but I don't use it personally. Then you're going to miss out. It's going to be much harder for you to tap in to the kind of power of the platform, if you like, or the community on that platform, because people don't want to feel like you don't get them or get why they're using this platform. And that's not to say that you have to be part of your target audience, that your target audience is you. It's not the same, I accept that, and that sometimes you'll be working for businesses that are targeting audiences that are way younger than you, that have totally different interests, completely different demographics, and that's fine. But part of good communications, regardless of which department you're in and what part of the business you work for, part of really good communications is being able to understand your audience and relate to them. So I want us to start just for the next few podcasts. So some of those, like I said yesterday, I'm gonna share some of the little how-tos and things from my content course. So hopefully that'll help us tap into this kind of joy, if you like, as well. Because anyone who's seen me either on stage speaking at a conference or indeed in the room when I'm training knows how excited I get about things like creating a little mini animation on Instagram or replying to people on Twitter. And I know that sounds like stupid things, but there is a certain amount of joy to be had in replying to someone on Twitter about a subject that you're really passionate about and finding someone who relates to it in a similar way to you, who is just as excited as you about a certain thing. Now, that might be, that interaction I'm talking about might be nothing to do with your business, but a great way to find out or kind of really immerse yourself in the power of digital communications is in getting on there and finding your community and relating to people and finding people that you maybe didn't know were on there or didn't know were active on there. So this podcast is about, let's put work aside. Easier said than done sometimes, I know. But let's put work aside and let's use these channels for fun. Because if you can use them for fun and see the kind of experience that other people, that users get out of it, and the benefits they get out of it, and the kind of fun, happy, joyful side, then it will help you to create better and more engaging things. But even if it doesn't, at least you'll have had a good time. So if you've never been on Twitter before, I challenge you to set up a Twitter account and find some people that you really admire, follow them, look through their tweets, and I want you to reply. to some of their stuff. Now, they might not get back to you, depends on who you pick, but I want you to try and get into some conversations with people about things you're really excited about. So if you have a hobby, so like me, it might be knitting, it might be like I really love stuff about space, science fiction, you know, those are my kind of nerdy things that I like. So if I searched a hashtag for science fiction, for Lord of the Rings, for Guardians of the Galaxy, if I search for the hashtag about knitting, about Buffy the Vampire Slayer, this is far too much insight into my nerdiness, but if I search any of those hashtags, there are lots of people that I could get into a conversation with about those things. So I challenge you to get on Twitter, and even if you've used Twitter for a long time, get on there and start replying to people, start getting into conversations with people and see how you get on. Because really evaluating the kind of joyful, fun and rewarding conversations that you have, it could be about hobbies, it could be about something much more serious, but just reflect on those for yourself and see what you get out of it. Now, this is just about conversations in this podcast, and if you want to do the same on Facebook, that's fine. You know, get onto one of those pages that you really like and look at the comments, maybe reply to some people's comments and get into a conversation with like-minded people and see what you can get out of that. So give that a try, and then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to have some fun with creating some little bit of videos. So you might have tried my free mini course on content creation, and the first video there helps you. It kind of shows you to make mini animations. But I'm gonna share that with you tomorrow just on its own. I'll do a little intro and share that little clip with you, and then I would challenge you to go and create one yourself. But for today, get on and start a conversation. Tap back in to the opportunities that digital communications allow us. If you think back 5 years, 10 years, would you have been able to reach out and have conversations with people in America about obscure subjects that you're really excited about, or in India or China or Australia? No, it would have been really hard. How would you find them in the first place? Never mind, get their email address or their contact details. But now there are so many opportunities for you to find interesting people that share your excitement, and you can just talk to them. And I find that really powerful. So, best of luck, off you go, and I will come back and I shall chat with you tomorrow about creating some nice little mini animations. Bye for now.